Hey, it's Ted McGrath with Rise Global, and we're in part 2 of the video series where we're really helping you own your world and live life on your terms so that you can start thriving in the EscapeDates community. And this tool that I want to share with you right now is from the Passion to Profits breakthrough formula that we've developed, where we help entrepreneurs and coaches turn their passion into a profitable business. And what I want to share with you right now is a tool that I've been using for 13 years and used with thousands of people all across the world. And this tool will actually help you connect better with people. It will help you inspire people to take action on their dreams. And it will make you a really important person in the role of other people's lives, because asking the right questions is how you help other people reach their dreams. And so the tool I'm going to share with you right now, we call it Breakthrough Sales. And I also like to think of it as the Inspired Action Sales Tool. So to have breakthrough sales, you have to inspire people to action, and you need a tool and a framework to do that. So here's the tool and framework I'm going to share with you, the steps of how you actually do this. The first thing is, in any situation, if you're in EscapeDates right now and you want to connect with people better, or you want to inspire them to join your global social network, you have to inspire people through emotion. And at the end of the day, how you want them to feel is how you need to show up. So my first question is, when you want to inspire people to action, the first step is figure out how you want your customers or how you want your relationships to feel. Think about that for a moment. If you want people to be inspired, then you need to show up inspired. If you want people to feel loved, then you need to show up in a loving way. So one of the most important things in communication is show up the way that you want people to feel. And that emotion is what's going to fuel the action. Maybe that emotion that you bring to the table is going to be the one thing that inspires somebody to take the action that they need to take that could change their life, or the action that they need to take to join your community that will change their life. So you never know. And the first step is, how do you want them to feel? The second thing is, what must they know? Think about that. What are the 3 things that you want them to know? This is a 3-part video series. This is the second part. And we're sharing 3 things with you that we want you to know. That's going to help you in your life and turn your passion into a profitable business. So for you, what are the 3 things that they absolutely must know about you? And share those 3 things. If you study Steve Jobs, the presentation secrets of Steve Jobs, he talks about every speech that he starts off, he says 3 things. I'm here to share with you 3 things, just 3. He did that in the Stanford commencement speech when he was addressing the whole audience. I have 3 stories to share with you, just 3. I just did the best man speech at my brother's wedding, and I have 3 stories to share with you, just 3. So what must they know? What are the 3 things? The other component of that, so that's step 2. Step 3 is, what are some stories that you can share with people? You know, stories are powerful. Stories engage people. In part 1 of the video series, I talked about stories and using those stories to connect with your audience. Stories are extremely powerful. And you have stories from your life. So what's 3 stories, or just starting with 1 story that you know you can share with other people about who you are, that's going to connect with them? Because that's ultimately why people want to have an ongoing relationship with you, because they can relate to you, they can connect with you, and you're real. So what are your stories? Then on top of that, what are the benefits of them working with you, or the benefits of them having an ongoing relationship with you? You know, benefits, if you look at the masterful art of how Apple advertises and they sell their products. You know, several years ago we were in the information economy, and Apple was providing tools like the iPod, and they said, you know, the iPod, 1,000 songs in your pocket. Well, several years ago that was a great advertisement, because 1,000 songs in your pocket was all about how much information we can get on this little machine that you can carry around. If you look at how they market the iPad now, they show a young child being taught how to read by his grandfather on the iPad. They're not saying, hey, buy the iPad and there's all this information you can store on here. They're saying, look at the benefits that you can have of spending time with your grandson and educating him and teaching him to read. Those are benefits. So what are the benefits that people are going to have in working with you or connecting with you? Because ultimately people buy the outcome. Then at the same time, you want to make sure that your offer is clear. You know, whatever your offer is and whatever you're offering up, make sure that your offer is clear so somebody knows specifically what it is that you're sharing with them and what that offer is. And I like to say, you know, write down 3 points that can crystallize what that offer is going to be. And then ultimately, the next step of this is think in advance in your communication of what objections you actually must diffuse for people. there's always objections that people have, right? And if you can address that in your communication ahead of time, before you're asking them to join your community or before you're asking them to buy your product, if you address certain things like time and money that are always on people's minds, and you address those things ahead of time, people are going to be more likely when it comes to your offer to already feel at peace with it and to be able to feel inspired to take action because you already addressed it ahead of time. So in doing anything in sales, the sale doesn't come at the moment that you're making the offer. The sale comes all the way building up to it, and that's what great people, great communicators already know. So what are the 3 objections that you must diffuse in any communication where you're offering up your services, your products, whatever it is you're offering up them to join your global social network? Those are really, really important things to look at. And then at the end, what is it that you want them to do? I mean, that's so important, but people forget that. I mean, we have an amazing process that we utilize when we're working with customers in an introductory coaching session that we give to our potential customers. And we take them through this questioning format where we learn everything we need to know about them. And then at the end, when we're sharing, the things that we want them to know that they must know, and we're diffusing their objections, and then we're sharing the benefits of our program, at the end, I have to tell them what they need to do, because they're not the ones selling the product, right? They're not the ones offering up the opportunity. You are. I am. And I know my product and my opportunity the best. So, of course, I have to be able to communicate in a way of, this is what you do next. Boom, boom, boom. So maybe it's one thing you need them to do, or maybe it's a series of 3 things. But the point is, this inspired action sales tool that I've laid out for you gives you the steps to think through in your communication, because any communication, when you break it down, I mean, how do you talk to a video camera like I'm doing right now? How do you give a presentation on stage? If you know your bullet points and you know your steps in your mind, then all you have to do is talk, right? Right? You're a communicator. I'm a communicator. We've been talking our whole lives. That's the one thing we know how to do. But so many times we're talking around in circles. Why? Because we don't have a destination. We don't have an endpoint in mind of where we want to go. We don't have a result of what we want to happen. This formula gives you the result. This is the breakthrough sales process and the inspired action sales tool that I'm giving you that can help you become a great communicator in a way that people understand you, you're clear, and they want to have an ongoing relationship with you, because let's face it, communication equals action. And when you get people to take action, you get them to take action on their dreams. And when they take action on their dreams and you're a part of that, you can be a person who's changed a life, and you can also get paid lots of money to do it. So use the tool, and I really hope that you enjoyed it and that you use it in building your business on EscapeDates, and just in communicating and sharing the essential parts of who you are with other people so you develop great relationships. It's been a privilege. Thanks.